From the Hussman School of Journalism and Media at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Sports Extra. I'm Champ Lyerly.
And I'm Nyla Harris.
Now, Nyla, I know there's a big game coming up this weekend. It's Duke weekend. So, did you get tickets to the game?
Unfortunately, Champ, I really wanted to be able to go to the game, but, you know, me being on the women's basketball team, I'm going to be in Winston-Salem for a game on Sunday. So hopefully they get the dub.
Yes,
you know?
hopefully they do.
Yeah. Now, Chapel Hill is buzzing ahead of tomorrow night's Duke showdown. Our Nick Steed is live at the Dean home, soaking it all in. Nick, what's it like down there?
Well, I actually think that we're having a little bit of trouble with the live shot, but...
Yeah.
I'm on.
I think, honestly, it's probably going so crazy that the camera can't even work.
Yeah, so you didn't get tickets yet. Got phase 2 tickets, though. I'm really, really, really excited for this weekend.
Let me know all about it, Champ.
Yes, I sure will. And so now as we move into this next analysis with Grace, it's the biggest week of the year, and the Blue Devils have had the Tar Heels number for the past few years. Let's send it to our basketball analyst, Grace Nugent, to look at the X's and O's of this edition of the Tobacco Road rivalry. Grace?
Thanks, Champ. And Champ is what the Tar Heels want to be as the Duke Blue Devils travel down to the Dean Dome this weekend. Duke is the number 4 team in the nation, and there's a reason for that. Efficiency is the name of the game for John Shire's squad. They have the number 1 defense in the conference, and they shot above 60% from 2 in 7 of the last 10 games, which has led them to the largest average margin of victory in the ACC. Now, this Duke team is led by one of the biggest faces in college basketball, National Player of the Year favorite Cam Boozer. Cam is a monster. He at 6'9", he leads the conference in points per game, rebounds. He can shoot from the field and is first in the nation in that Duke special, player efficiency. Now let's watch it play out here. So this is against Michigan State, which is a really good and competent defense. Watch Boozer right here with the ball. He's going to draw 3 right here in the post. It doesn't matter. He's nimble. He's going to bully his way to the rim. For someone as big as he is, he has a lot of athleticism. He got that from his NBA dad and fellow Duke player, Carlos. Now UNC wants to protect the Dean Dome. Unlike the Syracuse game, they need to lock down defensively the entire time. They have to play 40 minutes and nothing less. A big part of that is Caleb Wilson and Henry Vassar getting boards and buckets. They've got to win those 2 matchups if UNC wants the W. But it's really going to come down to the 3 and the free. The Tar Heels need to be able to shoot the 3, and they cannot give Duke too many opportunities at the line. So let's watch this play out against Syracuse, how they're able to manufacture a 3-point shot. So Luka Bogovac has the ball. He's going to go back up to the key. He goes to Kyan Evans. And now look at this beautiful little Chicago Bulls S triangle we have going here. Kyan Evans is going to go to Henry Vassar, who's going to see Jonathan Powell in the corner for the open 3. Boom, swish. 3 points for the Tar Heels. If UNC can play their best, Saturday has a chance to be an all-time rivalry classic. The UNC-Duke rivalry extends beyond Saturday night's game into newspapers that cover the action. Sports Extra's Alexandra Jones gives us a peek into the annual pickup basketball game between the Daily Tar Heel and the Chronicle.
On Friday night, DTH staff writers battled the Cron in a best-of-3 duel.
It's basically like a proxy war, I would say, for Duke UNC.
Staffers filled the gym to show their support.
There's no other kind of event where the whole student paper is able to come out and support for one event like that. I love the support. I love everyone coming out, and I really wanted to win.
The DTH dropped the first game, but rallied to win the next 2.
As editor-in-chief of the Daily Tar Heel, I believe in my heart that we are the superior paper, and now we've proven that we are the superior basketball team as well.
But the rivalry isn't just about bragging rights. Both papers also compete in a fundraising challenge.
When I became an assistant sports editor, this is what I wanted. I know our rivalry paper is our biggest rivalry donation challenge where we battle the Cron,
but the competition also brings the two newsrooms together.
Supporting student journalism is what it's all about, and we were able to raise money, donate money, and go play, have a good time.
On court and in print, the rivalry continues. I'm Alexandra Jones, reporting.
Fans will hope Saturday follows suit. The DTH won on the court, but the Chronicle leads the donation battle by $4,000 and $245. To give UNC the lead, head to dailytarheel.com/rivalry challenge. Now we're going to go ahead and throw it to our live shot and see Nick down at the Dean Dome.
Thanks, Nala. Now, that's good. Oh, thanks, Nala. Now, as March is on the way, it's already like a highly anticipated tournament matchup here tomorrow as UNC will be hosting number 4 ranked Duke Blue Devils tomorrow at 6:30. Now, the last time they hosted a blue belt opponent, the Dean Dome was packed out, electric, filled with fans from start to finish. And now UNC leads the all-time series 145-117. But Duke is taking the last 3 matchups, getting a little more edge on this heated rivalry. So tomorrow will be about pride, momentum, and defending home court. Now fans are already fired up for the matchup between 2 potential top 5 picks, Cameron Boozer and Caleb Wilson. But the energy in the building lies far beyond the stars on the floor. There's been a strong presence of fans voicing the opposition of the potential move of the Dean Dome, as students already protested 2 weeks ago at the Notre Dame game. Now, last year, as we've seen in Chapel Hill, Duke brings depth and balance, so UNC knows they'll need a complete team effort tomorrow night. Now, with the energy of the crowd behind them, the UNC Hills will be feeding off possessions, big stops, and every big moment. Now, it'll be loud tomorrow, electric, and emotional, but as UNC comes to play, they'll be in for a fun one, and you know, rivalry nights in Chapel Hill always delivers. So it'll be nothing different tomorrow. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now, Nyla, I know, I'm so glad we were able to see Nick down there at the Dean Dome. That is just already making me excited for tomorrow night.
It is. Even though I'm going to be watching from a distance, I'm still excited.
Yes.
With all the eyes on the Super Bowl on Sunday, 4 Tar Heels will compete for a ring. Drake May will be the first Tar Heel quarterback to start in a Super Bowl, competing alongside wide receiver Matt Collins and linebacker Amari Gaynor for the Patriots. While linebacker Chaz Surratt will suit up for the favored Seattle Seahawks, it will be the 6th time that Carolina has had a player on both teams. The first since 2016. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday.
The women's basketball team took on the Clemson Tigers in Chapel Hill last night. The number 25 ranked Heels were led by senior forward Nyla Harris and sophomore guard Lainey Grant. The duo combined for 33 points, with Harris notching her 4th double-double of the season. However, Clemson's Rusney August Knight 3 3-pointers helped the Tigers take a 2-point lead going into halftime. It was all Carolina going into the second half, with Harris clocking 4 layups in the third quarter. The fourth quarter was a defensive clinic from the Heels with a monster block from India Navarre, helping the Heels hold Clemson to just 8 points in the fourth quarter and securing a 53-44 Carolina win.
Which means we really guarded the ball really, really well. Didn't shoot it well, but 2 top 40 wins in 72 hours. That's a good thing for this team.
And now we're going to throw it over to our analyst to hear from Courtney Banghart's team and how they're back in the top 25 and aiming higher. Our women's basketball analyst, Reed Weichel, is here to break down their latest win. Reed?
Thanks, champ. I sure hope bracketology has been watching the Tar Heels lately because they are flying. 6 wins in a row have Carolina in the top 4 in the ACC. Their latest conquest was the Clemson Tigers. These 2 teams are 1st and 3rd in the league in scoring defense. And as you can see, the game played out just as advertised. It was physical, it was slow, and it played right into the hands of Nyla Harris. She had 17 to lead all scorers and notched her 2nd double-double in 3 games. But the offense didn't get this win on its own. This was a defensive masterpiece from the Tar Heels. Steals, blocks, rebounds, shot clock violations, you name it. Just look at this block from Nyla Brooks. She covers all that ground to swat the 3-pointer away. The Tigers' last made basket, came with 9 minutes to go. In the fourth quarter, Clemson put up more air balls than field goals. That's a winning formula for the Heels. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Reed. Now, Nyla, as you know, you had a great game, and Coach Banghart actually had some more to say about it, so let's take a look at that.
You know, she wanted more of an opportunity to do more things on offense and to really try with her last year to grow her game offensively and to be developed. And she's really leaned into that process.
Nyla, that you had your fourth double-double of the season. How does that feel, playing so good as you have been?
I think it just comes down to being thankful, honestly, and being grateful that Coach Banghart really took me in with open arms. And as she said in the press conference, that I came here to better my offensive game, and I think I've done that really well. But it all goes to leadership. The more I lead, the more I gain confidence. The more I instill confidence in my teammates, the more we'll get dubs.
Yes. So excited and can't wait to see you keep playing this season.
Thank you.
Now, after knocking off NC State on the road for the first time since 2019 and winning against Clemson at home, the Heels ride momentum into Sunday against the Demon Deacons. UNC heads to Winston-Salem with confidence as the Heels look to extend a 6-game winning streak. UNC owns this matchup, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings, including a dominating 76-51 win in Carmichael last season. Sophomore guard Lainey Grant has been electric, scoring double digits in every game since mid-January. A win on Sunday would help UNC in its push for the NCAA tournament.
Men's tennis returned to the court after a snow hiatus against Furman. The Heels were firing on all cylinders, sweeping every match and taking the 7-0 victory. Chris Shue breezed through his match, winning 6-2 and 6-3. The men's tennis team will face the Princeton Tigers on Sunday in just their second match since January 24th due to weather delays. Men's tennis will look to stay in the win column against Princeton on Sunday. There will be free Jersey Mike sandwiches for fans after the doubles point while supplies last. Catch the Heels and some subs at Tuning Tennis Center at noon on Sunday.
The defending national championships will open the 2026 women's lacrosse campaign against JMU. Carolina will be looking to defend their championship title, starting with a win against the Dukes. The Heels slaughtered James Madison 14-2. Chloe Humphrey landed the first decisive goal of the season with a direct free position penalty that she sliced past the keeper. Humphrey is coming into her sophomore season as the reigning Tewarton Award winner. Last year, she set the NCAA record for most goals by a freshman and Carolina record for most goals in a season. The game, originally slated for Saturday, was moved to today at 3 p.m. There will be no live stream due to the venue change for the expected weather concerns. And it all gets started Saturday at Dorrance Field, where UNC men's lacrosse opens the 2026 season against Jacksonville. The Heels enter this season eager for a fresh start after last year's campaign came to a close early in the NCAA tournament. Carolina finished the 2025 season 10-5, falling 13-10 to the Richmond Spiders in the first round on this very field. Offensively, Carolina plans to push tempo, control possession, and use quick ball movement to create high percentage scoring. On the defensive end, the emphasis is discipline and pressure, forcing turnovers, limiting second chances, and establishing control from the opening faceoff.
Carolina softball kicked off its season Thursday afternoon against the St. Joseph's Hawks. UNC softball scored all 4 of its runs across the 4th and 5th innings. Kenna Raydark pitched her 30th complete game en route to a 4-1 victory for the Tar Heels. These ladies have some big shoes to fill as UNC comes off the heels of an impressive 40-17 2025 season. Our softball analyst, Mary Shelton, joins us to tell us if UNC can fill these shoes. Mary?
UNC softball won their season opener against St. Joseph's yesterday at Anderson Stadium. Senior Kenna Raydark pitched a complete game, allowing just 1 run. 4 players made their debut in Carolina Blue yesterday, and one of them, Sydney Horton, a true freshman from Winston-Salem, even picked up her first career hit. As a matter of fact, over half of Carolina's 2026 roster is compiled of new additions, including 6 pickups from the transfer portal and 8 true freshmen. 4 of these freshmen, including Horton, have been placed on softball's America's Watch list thanks to their elite contributions in high school play. But it won't just be the newcomers. With some key returners like junior outfielder Sanaa Thompson, the Heels are surely to have a great season. Thompson started every single game in center field last season, and at the plate, she ended 2025 with an impressive 59 RBIs and was even named preseason All-ACC and ranked number 26 among all outfielders. Already this season, she has shown her talent at the plate as she picked up her first extra base hit yesterday, tripling in the 4th, and eventually being driven in by Lindsey Lumsden's sac fly. The combination of fresh faces and reliable returners has this team looking promising as we anticipate the game against Elon today and the possibility of a deep postseason run. Champ?
Thank you, Mary. And the Diamond Heels will be back in action this weekend in a 3-team series. The Tar Heels enter the weekend strong on both sides of the ball, led by dominant pitching and a dangerous lineup at the plate. Carolina gets things started this afternoon against Elon, looking to open the season with a win. The series continues Saturday against St. Joseph's and wraps up Sunday with a matchup versus James Madison. First pitch this afternoon is set for 2 p.m.
UNC had a record-breaking night in the pool as several Tar Heels swam their way into NCAA spotlight. The Heels had 4 swimmers post NCAA championship qualifying times, with Mary Immaculate and Ava Muzzy entering the top 10 in program history in the 400 IM. Samantha Arman entered the top 3 in the 100 breast. On day 2 of the UNC Swim Nap Invitational, Colin Wheelahan secured first place for the men's team in the 100 backstroke with a staggering time of 47.31. On the women's side, it was the freshman all the way, Tiffany Morio, notched a sub 500, and Chloe Stinson put up her personal best in the 50 free with a time of 23.01. The Heels will compete in one more day of invitationals before they head into ACC championships next week.
It's so fun competing against them. It's like we set each other up in practice all the time, race each other, joke around like, oh, I'm gonna like kick your butt on this one, or like, oh, I'm gonna win this round.
Coming off a loss last Friday against number 16 Clemson, women's gymnastics is looking to get back on the right track versus NC State this weekend. After leading the Heels in scoring against the Tigers, freshman Sydney Seabrooks looks to stay hot against State. Senior Gwen Fink has also been crucial for the team this season, leading the team on bars and beam. After getting swept last season, the Gym Heels are looking to light a spark against the Wolfpack. First rotation is at 4 p.m. on Sunday in Raleigh. Now 13th ranked wrestling will host rivals Duke on Friday evening. Carolina will look to bounce back off of a tough loss to number 14 Pitt. 6 Tar Heels are ranked this week, with Luke Simcox breaking into the top 10. North Carolina has owned this series, leading Duke 75-25 all time. The 101st Tobacco Road Duel gets underway at 7 p.m. in Carmichael.
Now on to our play of the week. This one comes from Monday's women's basketball game against NC State. With the clock winding down in the 3rd quarter, Lainey Grant puts her defender in the back seat and proceeds to absolutely nail this 3 from downtown. Grant shot 3 for 6, but this was by far the craziest shot of the night. So be sure to go and watch that video on our Instagram, and make sure you also vote on Monday to input your thoughts for the play of the week.
Sports Extra is going beyond Carolina, taking you all the way to the international stage with coverage of the Winter Olympics. Our own Bethany Pryor met with 2 Carolina Hurricanes to discuss their upcoming trip to join the Danish national team in Milan.
Fredrik Andersen and Nikolai Ehlers will compete with their home country of Denmark for the duration of the Olympics, but continue to get ready with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of a challenge. Obviously, we had some meetings over the summer with the Danish team, and some preliminary meetings that could kind of help us kind of get used to what we're going into.
Ehlers and Anderson both were born and raised in Denmark. These athletes have played together for many years and are excited to reunite with their old teammates on the sport's biggest stage.
Denmark is a small country, so a lot of us know each other from playing against each other growing up.
Yeah, after the World Championships that we had this past May, we were able to make it to the semifinals. We've been able to create something special within that team, and that's something that I'm excited to get back to.
Although these athletes are excited to compete for Denmark, they're preparing to take on their current NHL teammates at the Olympics. Jacob Slavin will compete for Team USA, and Sebastian Aho will compete for Finland.
We're obviously in the group with Slavo and Team USA, so we'll get to play against each other there, and it'll be a fun challenge for us. Obviously, they're a good team, and whoever wins the game will get some bragging rights and see how it goes.
For all NHL athletes, they love representing their teams. But there's something different about playing in their country's colors.
Seeing the whole country behind you was something I had never felt before, and it was the most special feeling ever.
Anderson and Ehlers are looking forward to playing in Milan at the Olympics, but fans are looking forward to March when they come right back to Lenovo Stadium to compete on the ice, where they're representing North Carolina. In Raleigh, North Carolina, I'm Bethany Pryor, reporting.
The Danish Stars will make their Olympic debuts on Thursday against Germany. Now, champ, we hope all our sports cohorts are enjoying Milan, because I know if I were there, I would have too much pasta, too much.
I know, I completely agree, Nyla. I know, we all miss them, and we can't wait to see them all when they get back.
We wish our team the best in Milan. That's it for this edition of Sports Extra.
Due to the Wellness Day on Monday, make sure you tune in next Friday for a recap of the Tobacco Road rivalry and the rest of Carolina athletics.